I was completely not planning on doing this recording today. In fact, I was out for dinner, just enjoying my Friday evening. And when I got back, the sun was shining and beginning to go down. And I felt really strongly guided to just sit and do a little bit of breath work and meditation just for a few minutes. And while I was doing that, this energy hit me so strongly that I knew I had to come on and do a video. And I could hardly start the recording fast enough because the thing about this energy is once it starts opening up, it seems to flow very quickly. So that could actually represent something about the person coming through here, because there is a very specific person coming through in this energy. This will not be a general reading. This will be a very specific one. So this is only going to connect with a certain group of people. And I get a very strong sense you will know pretty quickly based on just the title, the thumbnail. And I'm hearing if you saw the title or thumbnail and it evoked some kind of like gut reaction from you, like an emotional reaction of some kind when you came across the video, or you felt pulled to it for an emotional reason, that may be your sign that you are part of the very specific group that this reading is for. And the message that came through the strongest, that I'm just seeing an airplane. Maybe airplanes are relevant for someone, which, by the way, speaking of airplanes, I also feel this song is very heavily intertwined with the energy that I channeled my first shared original song, Go On to New York, from. Like, I feel a lot of overlap between those energies. For those of you who don't know, I have just started a brand new music project under the artist name Songs by Infinity. And through this project, I am going to be essentially taking threads of energy similar to what we channeled into here on YouTube, and I'm going to be putting them into song form. So the first song that I've written is called Go On to New York under the artist name Songs by Infinity. It's available on most streaming platforms now, but I will leave a link specifically to it on Spotify, especially because now on Spotify, you can read the lyrics as you listen as well, which is really special, I feel, because the lyrics themselves are specific channelings for a maybe specific person or group. Each of these songs are meant to be very specific to different individuals or groups of people. So if you do feel guided to that, maybe there's some connection between the energy behind that song and you and your situation. So the link to listen to the song on Spotify will be in the description box underneath this video. The reason that the airplane reminded me of that is because there's a line in the song that says, "Through plain windows, you said it's good to be home. And I know she's relieved. You've recovered mostly." Now, of course, she in this scenario could be that place or that life that this person in the song is going back into, kind of like merging back into. But of course, for some of you, maybe this is a literal person, because I do feel that for some of you, well, let me just get into the title I was going to give for this video was the dominant message coming through in my meditation tonight, which was, they know more than you think they know. Okay, so the person here seems to be someone who held back quite a bit when the two of you were connecting. And I get that there was a time, I'm hearing a time we opened up to each other. I don't know what that means for you. I don't know if that opening up was literal through words or if it was just a sensation, if it was more energetic or emotional. But I do feel there was a time where you and this person were more open in some way, in the conscious realm, in the physical realm, almost like I'm hearing there was like this magical window of time through which the two of you were connected. And I'm getting the word unusual. Maybe there was something out of the ordinary about this special space that the two of you shared, where both of you were kind of out of your element in some sense. I don't know if that means that for some of you, maybe you were both away from home, like traveling or in a different location, or maybe it's not that literal and it's more symbolic, like you both got each other out of your element, got you to kind of act a little bit out of character or to make some kind of special exception in the way you would normally behave for the other because you felt such a strong desire to connect. I'm hearing it didn't need words. In fact, words may have only gotten in the way. So although I do feel that for many of you, words were exchanged physically, I feel that mostly things were left unsaid. I'm hearing the deepest things, the most emotional truths were left non-verbally expressed and yet felt on both sides extremely strongly. And another message I've been getting about this situation is that there was some kind of shared spiritual knowing, but because it was never verbalized or never really fully confirmed physically between the two of you, you may have been wondering, did they understand what I understood about this spiritually? Did they feel the same way? Now, I'm getting, even as I say that it's like some layer of your conscious mind asking that question, but on a deeper level, I'm hearing you already know. You already know that they were feeling it because you could feel it in your bones, like something deep within you was saying, no, this was shared. This was mirrored in some way. Wow. Okay. So by the way, if that song has connected for you, I have to tell you that I am working on a second song and it's actually somewhat, I would say there's a lot of overlap to the same thread of energy, but it may actually include other threads of energy as well. So it may relate to more of you in a more specific way, but also if you connected with the first song, you may connect with this second song as well. So I am going to be working on producing that. I just finished up writing it lyrically and setting most of it to music. But I'll let you know as soon as that's available. You can follow me on Spotify. Of course, that is linked in the description box. And if you follow me, then you'll be the first to know when this song is released. But I brought that up because I don't want to give too much away about the song specifically, but part of what the song delves into, the second song I'm working on, is about how you make this person light up when you're around them or how you did this for them. There was a major shift in their energy whenever you were around. And for some reason, I'm hearing a third party noticed it as well. I don't know what that means for you. I'm getting chills all over right now. That is always my sign of spiritual confirmation, by the way. But I'm getting a third party, a neutral third party noticed. I don't know who this is for you. I feel like for some of you, this could have been a friend, a family member, not of you, but of like this person. Like this person could have had a friend or a family member or a coworker or someone in their life that either visibly saw their shift in energy when they were around you. I'm hearing the word processing. Interesting. Maybe the time since the two of you have disconnected has really been a processing period where I'm hearing what just happened. Like you both walked away from this meeting or interaction just thinking, what just happened? Almost like you slipped into a different dimension. I'm getting a lot of like Alice in Wonderland sort of imagery, following the white rabbit down some kind of rabbit hole. I'm getting this sense of both of you like following something out that felt almost mystical, that felt almost unreal. And then suddenly you were snapped back into quote unquote reality, which was really your former lives. And I'm hearing for this person connected to you, that snap back into reality was a lot more jarring because it's almost like you already live in sort of a mystical space or a mystical world to some extent. You're used to going down rabbit holes in a way, like you are someone who really deeply consciously explores your spirituality. In fact, I'm hearing that you've had other experiences like this, whether they were romantic in nature or not, I feel like you've often kind of had these strange spiritual experiences that you kind of follow out for a period of time. And then it's almost like you're snapped back into an original timeline, or like a more normalized version of your life, a reality, if you will. And then you have to kind of process that spiritual experience, or that person that you met, or that thing that happened. I feel like this has happened for you before. But for this person, I'm getting this may have never happened for them before, where it's like you took them on some kind of trip, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and in some cases, maybe even physically, because as I mentioned earlier, maybe you met while you were traveling in some cases, or they were traveling literally, but that won't be for everyone. But what I'm just getting is like, even if they weren't traveling physically, you took them to an unfamiliar territory when it came to an expression of themselves. I'm hearing they were still them, but more powerful, more confident in this deep, authentic way, more in sync with the universe, more glowing whenever they were connected to your energy, whenever they were around you. And someone, again, there's some kind of neutral third party here that seemed to have picked up on that. I keep getting it may have been a feminine figure. So this easily could have been like a sister or a feminine friend or a mother figure or something of that nature. That doesn't have to be the case for everyone, but I feel like someone noticed how this person shifted. And I'm hearing someone kind of just like mentally taking notes, like they're mentally observing a change in this person and holding a quiet knowing, but also letting the person figure it out on their own. Like I feel this neutral third-party observer who noticed the shift in them holds this quiet knowing of something. And this may even be a person who is inherently spiritual themselves, because I feel like they actually have some kind of spiritual, like there's something clicking in their mind that this is spiritual for the person that they're connected to, that they're observing. And I'm hearing, when are they going to figure it out? It's like this neutral third party observer is giving the person the space to figure out what this is, but it's almost like they kind of already know. But even this person themselves that we've been channeling into, as I titled this video, they know more than you think they know. Because I'm getting the word disappointment. I feel like you may be walking away. I'm getting the letter initials K-E-N, also T and H. These could be in someone's name. I was just getting the name Kin for some reason. But I'm hearing that you walked away almost disappointed. Because in questioning, like wondering, was this really real? Did I imagine all of this? Was I just delusional for feeling this spiritual connection, for having this deeply like metaphysical experience? I'm hearing an imprint. I feel like this person left an imprint on you and you felt that you were leaving an imprint on them as well. But then when you walked away, there's something about that disconnection physically that happened. I'm hearing sudden. It may have happened very suddenly, but I feel like there's something about the way that the two of you parted ways that left you questioning, that left you wondering, was that all in my head? Was that even real? And this is reminding me of a video I did, Are You Even Real? I feel like this person walked away wondering about you. Are you even real? And you walked away thinking, was that whole experience even real? Like, was I just dreaming the whole thing up? And of course, this reminds me of another channeled lyric from my song, which is, you wonder if you dreamt it all. I met you on the edges of your sanity. And I'm getting that that's exactly what this person is processing. They're almost feeling like the interactions with you were not real, like they were a dream. I'm hearing if other people hadn't been there to witness them or experience them along with them, they would have thought they were just on some kind of trip emotionally or mentally that didn't ever really happen physically, because something about it felt so surreal to them, which is often how these deeply spiritually activating experiences do feel. Of course, for some reason, I'm getting the letter initials CHR, S, P, and E. Those could be in someone's name here. Okay, so I am going to be shuffling some cards here because I have so many questions about this situation. I got the name or the letter initials LUAN and C. Those could be in someone's name. Okay, so let's pull some cards and just see what else is going on here. Also, I do want to let you know that if you would like to manifest a deeper physical connection or communication with this person, I really recommend my Quantum Connection Subliminal meditation from my Subliminals app, Sound and Soulful, because this connection between the two of you it's dominantly happening in the quantum realm, in the energetic realm. You've most likely felt this person coming through dreams, coming through just like in your energy, hitting you kind of in waves. And so it follows that by really strengthening the bond and clearing any energetic blockages in the quantum realm, you will naturally align more with this person in the physical realm as well. So that is exactly what this subliminal is designed to do. It's created with affirmations embedded within other meditation sounds and frequencies to bypass the conscious filter of your mind, leaving deeper, more lasting impressions on the subconscious, which it's actually the subconscious that controls 95% of our thoughts, actions, and outcomes in life. So it's designed to perfectly place you in alignment with your deepest, truest, most harmonious soul connections. And in this case, it can be used to harmonize this specific connection if that's how you desire to do it, and to align you more with this person in the physical world as well. So this subliminal, of course, comes from my app, Sound and Soulful. And on this app, I have over 130 subliminals for love, relationships, money, mood, mindset, and so many other things as well. Subliminals are so powerful because they actually work with your subconscious mind and deeply reprogram it, allowing you to magnetize your energy and more effortlessly manifest your desires through the portal of the subconscious mind. So when you create an account in the app, you can listen in 10 different background sound options. You can read the affirmations within each subliminal, and you can create your own custom private playlists. So the link to download the app from the App Store is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. But while I was sharing about my app, I was also shuffling, and the cards I pulled here are the Devil in reversed, the Knight of Swords, and a few other cards flew out here as well. The Hierophant and the Three of Cups. Okay, wow. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Cups of all cards. This is extremely powerful. So, wow. And the Three of Swords, the Judgment as well, and the Queen of Wands. Wow, okay. There are so many cards here. So a huge flow of cards just came out, and let's go ahead and dive into it. So with the Devil card reversed and the Knight of Swords, first of all, this feels like the person we've been channeling into. And when I said they know more than you think they know, I want to go deeper into what that means, since that was the title of this video. And there are many different aspects and layers to just that message, but one thing they know that you might not know that they know, so to speak, is that they are currently in a situation or settling for something that is holding them back in some way or creating a kind of heaviness in their life. I just keep hearing, I know, I know. It's almost like you sensed that this person was involved in something that wasn't healthy for them mentally or emotionally, or wasn't really lighting them up, wasn't really aligned with them long term. And because they remained in that situation physically, you may have believed, and I'm hearing they were also silent on it. I got the name Timothy for someone, but you may have believed. I heard South. I don't know if someone lives in the south of a country, or I don't know, maybe that's relevant for someone, but I feel like you knew that this situation was not aligned with their soul, but you thought because of this person's silence that they were deluding themselves, that they actually believed on some kind of level of like cognitive dissonance that they were happy when like deep down they weren't, if that makes sense. Like, but the truth is they weren't even telling themselves that they were happy in that situation. They already knew consciously, and I'm hearing on all levels, what you knew about that situation. Now, I'm saying situation because this could be so many different things for different people. So, of course, this very well could be a romantic situation, someone else romantically in their life. This also could be a lifestyle, a habit, like some kind of belief system, a person, a place, like something in their life that was weighing them down. And you saw it, but you didn't point it out to them. Oh, wow. Okay. The message is you didn't point it out to them with your words. You didn't verbally tell them, but you illuminated it with your frequency. Wow. So I'm hearing contrast, like the contrast of the way that being around you made this person feel. And I also feel like when the two of you were connected, they were temporarily disconnected, either mentally, emotionally, or physically from this other situation or person in their life, whether they were like away from them or just participating less with this thing, or like somehow there was distance or space put between them and this other situation, while at the same time they were in proximity to you. And although many things about your bond went completely unspoken, one thing is for sure, which is you emanated this light and this energy that this person felt in a visceral way. I'm hearing message received. Wow, there's just so much more to be said here, but just to kind of bring this specific point full circle, yes, they could tell. I feel like they already knew even before meeting or connecting with you that whatever situation or person they were involved with was really not aligned with them long term, but they were trying to kind of, I'm hearing postpone the inevitable, but you brought the inevitable to the surface in an undeniable way. It's like they were trying to kind of brush off this knowing and push it further down the line to avoid conflict. But when they met you, it was really thrown in their face through the contrast of how they felt around you. I'm hearing they felt like a lightness and an easiness. And again, there's something about you that like shifted their energy upward just by you entering the room. And again, that's really speaking to the theme of my second song that's going to be coming out. But it's like you shifted the energy of the room for this person. And really, I have to say, it's the soul connection. Well, yes, of course, you have a really powerful, beautiful energy. That's not to be understated. But when I talk about the energy of the room shifting in this scenario, there's something about your unique soul connection with this person that actually has this, I'm hearing it like becomes this center of gravity in a room where like the two of you are pulling everything else towards you. Like because of this powerful vortex of energy between you just by being present in the same room or in proximity to each other. I know that sounds really strange, but if this is for you specifically, I feel like you know what I'm talking about. And so this person knows, they've known that they had to let go of the situation for a while. They were pushing it down the line, connecting with you. I'm hearing the letter initials or maybe the letters K, A, T, S, I, and N. Those could be someone's name. But I'm getting that, yeah, they knew that they had to let go of this already. Then they met you and it highlighted that contrast in such an undeniable way. I'm hearing it firmly set them on a trajectory, a much faster trajectory of like speeding up the inevitable here, because again, they were already going to release whatever this was eventually, but I'm hearing you like 10x'd the trajectory. You sped it up tremendously, but most likely you still haven't seen this person fully let that situation go. Even though you sped up the trajectory, it may not have happened yet, if that makes sense. And that might be why you're questioning it. But I do see that when they do release this, it's like they come in as the Knight of Swords and the Emperor, someone who like, I'm hearing acts like they know what they want. I'm hearing the pursuer. It's like this person who seemed so passive, who seemed so indifferent on the surface to this connection, even though beneath the surface, you could always sense that they were anything but indifferent. I'm hearing it was like electric between the two of you. But I'm getting that they seem to come up as the emperor here and really step up into this pursuer role when it comes to you, where they are taking some kind of fast and very clear and very focused and assertive action towards you. I'm hearing dropping a strong hint and then taking assertive action. Interesting. So this person may drop some kind of a strong hint first and then take assertive action if you don't necessarily respond to the hint itself, if that makes sense. But I see this happening, as soon as they release fully, whatever this heavy situation is, I see them moving forward first, maybe again, dropping a strong hint and then just like throwing caution to the wind and moving into some assertive action, feeling almost like the Fool here with the Fool card, like they're acting recklessly, but they can't help themselves because, well, there's just so many cards coming up here to talk about, but you are the Queen of Wands in this situation. Let's start there, but also the World, the Strength, and the Seven of Pentacles. And I feel you kind of off over here on an island by yourself. Not to say that you're isolated, but I feel like you've shifted to being very self-focused. I feel like there was a time where your energy was more flowing towards this person. I'm hearing you had to detach for your own well-being. You had to like recalibrate and recenter yourself. With the Seven of Pentacles, you may even be starting to really literally refocus on your career, your business, your work, your passions, on just, I'm hearing like resting your nervous system with the Four of Swords, maybe manifesting something specific with the Magician. I also feel with the World that you're on this pathway of beginning to see the fruits of effort, of your labors, beginning to see the results of things that you've envisioned and worked towards for a very long time. I also see with the Strength card, I'm hearing you're back in your place of confidence and empowerment. Now, that's not to say that this person ever like fully removed you from that place, but I feel for the collective I'm speaking to here, there was a period of time where this situation was very ungrounding, where possibly you actually felt a little shaken, a little wobbly, which makes sense because even though you are an incredibly confident and strong person, this is a very, very ancient and intense soul connection of some kind. And I haven't even gotten into channeling specifically into what this connection is, your soul history with this person. Maybe if there's interest, we'll go into that in another reading. Let me know in the comments if you want to hear more on your soul history with this person, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it when I do post that reading in the future if we go deeper into this. But I do feel there is a very deep and rich soul history here for sure. And I'm getting with the Hierophant, the two of you may have even been married in at least one past life, maybe several. There seems to be like a very long-standing bond. And I'm hearing that's why there was some form of immediate soul recognition that, again, I feel left you very unusually ungrounded by this person. I feel like not much really shakes you. I feel that you are so beautifully self-focused. You're very confident. You're very much in this position of spiritual and emotional empowerment. So you know that if something takes you off that throne, even just a little bit, if something ungrounds you even just a little bit, you know you're dealing with something extremely spiritually strong. Yeah, but once again, I got the clarifier in the form of the Knight of Swords. I really feel like this person is going to be stepping forward into some fast-moving, assertive action with the Two of Cups. It's like because they still feel this extremely strong attraction to you. They know more than you think that they know. I'm hearing don't mistake their silence for forgetfulness, because another message that kept coming through is I haven't forgotten you. I'm circling back. It's almost like you may be thinking that this person has just like moved on or forgotten you, or that you've become a memory. But I'm getting, ironically, while you've been really stepping back into your place of power, of confidence, focusing on yourself, your goals, manifesting in your life, maybe even relaxing, beginning to recalibrate your nervous system, this person has actually been doing the opposite. The feelings have been ramping up within them. I'm even getting the word obsession, not in a negative sense, but it's like this person it's like a growing fixation on the memory of you or the thought of you, even as you seem to be more so like recalibrating yourself, grounding yourself, and maybe even detaching from this situation. I just keep hearing like they haven't forgotten. They're like not even putting this on the back burner. It's like you are the end goal here, but this person knows that they have certain things they have to do before they can move forward. They felt like their hands were completely tied here with the Two of Swords. But I do feel that even though they did feel like their hands are tied because of, I'm hearing they thought, there's so much to say here, but they thought the feelings would fade as they moved away from you, or as I'm hearing that window of time closed. So maybe the two of you separated physically, or there was less communication or something of that nature. But the opposite has happened for them. The feelings have only ramped up more intensely. And I'm hearing that's how they know. That has really been what has confirmed this to them. It's like now they know that there's something deeper going on here, because these feelings have not only lingered beneath the surface, but they actually seem to be getting stronger as well. With the Three of Cups and the Ten of Cups here, and the Three of Swords and Judgment, again, so many cards. I have certain readings where I never pull a single card, and then readings like this where the cards are so talkative, like the energy is so powerful and flowing. There are tons of cards just coming out. But I feel like when this person does take assertive action towards you, because I know many of you are wondering what that's going to look like. First of all, they're going to do this feeling like they're breaking their own heart. I feel like this person is expecting to be rejected by you with the Three of Swords. And they're expecting that you're going to break their heart, because I'm hearing, if you think this person has moved on, you should see what they're thinking about you, because they think you have like completely forgotten about them. But yet they are going to be taking that assertive action regardless. Now I see with the Three of Cups that they are going to approach it first more like a friendship, or more in a casual way. I'm hearing not to scare you off. This person, although the energy beneath their communication towards you is going to be very charged, and of course you're intuitive, so you will sense that. But on the surface, they're really going to try to approach you in a light, happy, casual kind of way. But yeah, the Hierophant is here, like beneath the surface. They want this to be something long-standing. I'm hearing, I don't want to lose you again. I'm hearing, I don't want to lose the rhythm of our interaction or communication. It's like this person wants there to be a rhythm of interaction or communication between the two of you in the physical world. And ideally, they want that to lead to the Ten of Cups, to some kind of like long-term close partnership or connection here. But again, they feel like in that regard, they think from their perspective, you're going to break their heart, like ultimately, but they're still going to move forward and assert themselves anyway, because their inner self is almost like forcing their hand here with the Judgment card. Like they are being pushed powerfully by their own internal compass, by their higher self into this action. So wow, this was, I feel, one of the most powerful readings I've done in a while. So thank you to all of you who brought your own beautiful, unique, powerful energy to this reading. And of course, if this connected for you, I would love to hear from you in the comments section. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. And if you would like to keep tabs on this situation and get updated as it progresses in the future, and to be the first to know, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications as well. And if you'd like to check out the song that I wrote that I feel heavily overlaps energetically with this thread of energy, then you can listen to my first original song, Go On to New York, which is linked on Spotify. The link is in the description box below. If you do want to use my quantum connection subliminal to manifest a deeper, more physical, tangible connection with this person more quickly, although I see them already moving forward, this could really help you to speed up that process, to align things between the two of you in the quantum realm. The link to download my Subliminals app and get started with that is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. I'm going to go ahead and close things here, but thank you so much again for tuning in. I am sending you all huge amounts of love. I hope you have a beautiful weekend, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.